FOIA statement in compliance with the Freedom of Information Act. A notice of this meeting was submitted by fax to the Spartanburg Herald Journal, posted on the bulletin board in the lobby of the town hall and on the town's website. Roll call.
Ms. Eastler,
Present.
Ms. Green, Mr. Kennedy,
Here.
Ms. Burnett,
Here.
Ms. Pennell. Here. And Mr. Canby.
Here.
And Ms. Hardy.
The meeting minutes from June 8th. Has everyone had a chance to read them? Okay, so my first thing on it is the date's wrong. It says July 27th. It was June 8th, right? And then I also noticed section 5A.
Wait a minute, let's go back to section 4. It's saying that I made a motion to amend
Remove.
the agenda, so Mrs. Kirby, who's Mrs. Kirby?
Tony,
Tony, gotcha.
about the church.
Right,
Yeah,
gotcha. Okay, just, so
Um,
that's good.
So 5A, it says Mr. K made a motion to accept the proposed changes regarding multifamily residential. Mr. K doesn't make motions in our
I can't make
meetings.
motions, that's correct.
And then, so on here, so 6B, it says the planning commission members agree to include a break during future meetings and tentatively scheduled the next planning commission meeting for July 27th. Initially, we had discussed having it on August 11th
Correct.
in our meeting.
We have a new person who is doing.
And that's
this.
okay, just so that the changes are made, so it's correct. We understand. 6B, again, for the discussion. Mr. K suggested sending letters to property owners. I don't recall that. I felt like.
Yeah, I do, I remember. him doing
Okay.
that.
did that.
Well, then it says,
Then we
Mr.
talked
K
about
stated
visiting.
that he would type up a letter and send it to me. I never received that. That's all I have. Anybody else see anything? So we need to table it,
Yeah.
because we can't vote on it until the next meeting?
Yeah, but, didn't we also talk about, splitting those properties up and going and speaking with them? That was this last meeting as well, right?
Yeah, the last meeting, if I remember correctly,
Last two.
we were gonna, I think we need to kind of identify sections at a time, 5 or
Right.
6, 8 of them at a time.
And a couple.
And then we'll go based on a couple of planning commission members and zoning administrator. But
Right.
With me not being here, I think it'd be fine that if y'all wanted to, on your own, going out there and tell them what you're looking at doing, and then going that way.
Yeah,
And that's in there. It says that I requested discussion of Memorial Drive.
okay,
But that is in there.
great.
But you were going to send those letters in little chunks. And we had discussed sending them to the people on Memorial Drive first. Is that still the plan?
Just determine what chunks that you want to send those in, and before I leave, I can draft up that letter and send to you, and that'll give you something to kind of work with.
Okay.
Yeah. I think we should put on Memorial Drive, right?
And we have a discussion, okay, so we're going to be having a discussion about it anyway, right?
Correct.
Do we need to make a motion to approve the minutes as
I make a
correct?
motion that we table the minutes until the corrections are made.
I'll second it. Mr. Chairman, did you hear us?
I made a
No,
motion
she had a
to table the
question.
minutes until the corrections are made.
Okay, you seconded it.
Yes.
All in favor? Anyone opposed? Did you get that, Miranda? Okay. Okay, old business, section 5A, discussion for ordinance 2026-06 to rezone multiple properties from C3 to C2. which we just started to discuss about the letters. So I think we send the letters like Memorial Day Drive first.
That's what we had talked about. So let me ask this question, Patrick, since you were in the council meeting, you know, we requested the properties to be changed from C2, and in the meeting, they voted to change it to C1, and we said, no, we would they'd have to bring it back to us, and us present that to them. So was that done? I mean, were they aware that they couldn't just change? They
Yeah,
either
they-
had
I mean,
to
they
vote
can-
yes by our motion or no our motion.
But they
I mean, they could-
altered it
They
totally.
could not alter it.
Right, I mean, either way, if yeah, so what we ended up doing, that had to do with the Robinette hardware thing.
Right, right,
And that came back to y'all,
right.
and y'all made the recommendation. And so they had the first reading at this past June 25th.
Okay,
And they'll have
so
their
we're-
second reading in August 6th.
Yeah, so we've corrected that.
That's been corrected,
Super.
yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda to add a discussion about C1 transitional commercial spaces.
You make a motion, anyone second?
I make a
For
motion.
what now? I'm sorry, I didn't,
Just to talk about C1 transitional.
I second.
All in favor? Do I have, all in favor?
Well, we
A
just
discussion?
discussed- We don't have to vote on it, we just
Okay.
discussed it.
So we're gonna add, can we add that?
Let it under new
So that'll be
business.
5B, right? In the new business,
It'll
new
be-
business?
It'll be 6A since it's new.
6A.
6A. Discuss. C1.
Commercial.
So,
Okay. So the old business. So when can we get those letters sent out?
I will draft that letter first thing tomorrow morning.
Okay.
And I'll send that to you. And once you're good with that, we can go ahead and have that letter go out for the C3 to the C2. And I'll try to include in there kind of the reasoning for that. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the C3 is more of that's the zero lot line kind of stuff. C2 is more of a very low form of commercial, but I believe C2 also enables you to do single-family homes on there.
Yes, and that's why we wanted to discuss it.
Yeah.
So you'll work on that letter?
I'll work on that letter, and I'll kind of make it as, what I'll do is what I ended up doing for Spartan Hydraulics and SHP is, when I talked to them, I kind of made it as a correction. It was nothing they did wrong. It was
Right.
something that the council had passed and the planning commission had recommended at the time. But after kind of taking some further review of this, that it makes sense for these areas, instead of being C3, to be C2.
Well, because I just remember you had stated before that you didn't want to send out letters, so I got a little confused when I looked at the minutes.
What's that?
You had said before that you didn't want to send out letters because it creates confusion when people get them and it.
Well, it may be something that we create the letter, I can send it to you, and then y'all may hand deliver it. That may be a better thing. So they
Okay.
got something to take home and think about, and we can show them what's in C2 and what's currently in C3. And then
Okay.
when y'all leave, at least they've got something to look at, and if they want to reach back out to you later on, they can.
That's perfect, I think.
I think that's, but, I mean, it's hot.
The other thing that can be done is,
I'm not going to be complaining, but who's going to go out there and talk to these people in the heat? Because I had a heat stroke. I can't be out in the heat like that.
you do it in the evening time.
I'll do it.
You know, take it. I mean, I can roll down the window.
Let me get the letter first,
And then we'll
and I'll
go
send it to
from
you, and then if y'all want to do it
I have
now,
everyone's information. I can
We can
reach
wait
out
till
to everyone
September.
and decide.
or y'all could wait till September. Or Jennifer can wait till September.
Well, as long as you get the letter, all she's got to do is make us some copies.
Just send
And
them,
then,
just send them to us, email.
okay, so moving right
Make it
along.
easy.
So we'll start working on that. And now, 6A, new business, C1 transitional commercial conditional uses.
Yeah, the one at the end of the street, First Street.
Oh, the property at 150 in Jerusalem, right,
Yeah.
is for sale.
That's correct.
And it's listed on our map as C1 transitional use.
Correct.
So in that,
Is it the vacant lot?
it's the
Or is
corner.
it the corner?
It's like an old service station.
The old service station?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not Pedro's place. It's
No,
the,
it's,
it's the service station that was there.
Where the tree
Miss
fell.
Fisher,
Yeah, 5 trees.
Miss Fisher owns it,
who owns it?
Miss Fisher.
Okay,
Yeah, she lives over in Harveytown.
okay.
Well, there's 3 owners,
Yeah, I think it was,
but it's for sale.
I think it's their father or grandfather who
Had
owned the
passed.
property, and it's just been passed down.
So in conditional uses, it doesn't have retail as an option. It says, we had seen that prohibited uses,
There is some type of retail.
retail
isn't there?
sales. So that kind of limits a C1 when you have the gas station right across the street. I think we should maybe add retail sales for C1 for conditional uses.
That's what you're talking about, the gas station's what we're talking about, isn't it?
No,
No.
the property at the corner of 150 in Jerusalem where they took out the EMS building,
Oh,
the
okay.
opposite corner, catty
Okay,
corner to
okay.
that, it's for sale.
So what,
That brick building,
I had someone who
County
wanted
owns
to,
it.
I had someone who wanted to do a business there, and primarily was gonna be like florist and gifts. And florist was,
sales.
well, no, florist is under personal services, including under permitted uses on there. Under permitted uses, personal service including but not limited to barber shop, beauty parlor, florist, photo or artist studio, framing shop, travel agency, ticket office, laundry, mat, dry cleaner, messenger service, or newsstand, as well as pharmacy, drugstore, medical supply store,
C2.
professional and
C1.
business office.
Well, right here is some C2 also.
Says what in C2?
Same thing he just
It's
read.
C1 now.
Yeah. Well, but in C1, it doesn't allow retail sales.
know.
So someone couldn't put a little store in there or anything.
Well, that's the
Someone
person.
couldn't come in and put a boutique or any kind of retail sales.
What I explained to the lady who wanted to go there is if she put in her application that she was putting a florist and then she expanded onto something else.
Well, I think we can address it now,
Yeah,
right? We can address it now so that somebody, if somebody comes along and wants to purchase it and wants to put something else there, they wouldn't have to jump through hoops to be able to do that. If we just add retail sales. Because right across, 2 houses down across the street is the gas station that sells alcohol and gas and cigarettes and lottery tickets and all kinds of junk food.
Yeah. we're
I mean,
okay
why
with that.
can't there be a store across the street?
There can, no problem with me.
So I think we should add retail sales to C1, to the transitional, because that's Phil's, what if Phil's ever leaves and somebody wants to put a store in there? Phil's, it's the Price Roofing, what if they sell and that's a C1? What if somebody buys that from them and they want to put in a store, any kind of retail? I mean, I'm not on board for like vape shops all over Packlet, but that's a risk we have
but
to take.
you have to define what you mean by a retail shop.
Well, what
Because
does
if
it
you
say in
don't,
C2?
okay, so let me explain this one. So remember the business that's on 150, the old medical place?
Yes,
The
The
auction
doctor's
house?
office.
The auction house that wanted to go in there? That's retail. And if that gets changed and it goes to in C1, that comes back to the whole issue we had before, and the
But
neighborhood
it's
did not
still
want that.
conditional use. It's still conditional, and they would still have to go, just like with the restaurants.
So instead of putting.
So no, that's not the same thing. So it's conditional. Conditional can be either approved by the zoning administrator or the Board of Zoning Appeals, as long as you meet the items on here. So retail, do you want it to be C2, or you want to add as a conditional use retail?
No, because if we do that, if that doctor's office is in a C1,
Right, what you just said is, if you want to just add retail to C1, then you defeated the whole purpose.
yeah, you
I understand that, but can't we
The
put-
doctor's office is C1 and the auction.
It would be better to change this property at this corner to C2.
Well, can't we put it under section 3-15.3 as a conditional use and dictate that it has to be reviewed by the BZA, just like these other ones in C1? That's what it says for bed and breakfast, review by
Why not
BZA.
just do it to the C2, and then you'd have to, you wouldn't have to do all that.
Because it's, all the other ones around there, we're trying to change to C3. C2.
C2.
Well, we could do that too, we could.
Yeah.
It would make more sense to just change it to
C2,
C2.
That's it, because it's already in there.
Yeah, that's the
But-
thing.
Because that's the area right there we're wanting to kind of transition to the downtown anyway. And we're just changing the other so people are not any longer non-conforming, having residential.
We've already changed it, so as long as you live in the house and sell the house, that you are fine having a residential property in any place that's out there.
Because if it's C2, they could still build a house. Like somebody could still build a house there. Because that's what the ad says. That's what the thing says. Oh, build a home. I just can't see anybody building a home right there. It's a
Well,
tiny lot.
I've had a lot of calls about that.
Yeah, that's,
And it doesn't have a septic system.
That's been the number one phone call that I've gotten, is turn that into knocking down the building and put a house there.
That's shocking to me.
Because there's a huge demand for residential.
yeah.
There's not a huge demand for commercial.
Well, then if somebody wants to put a house there, they could put a house there then if
Right.
we did
Right.
the C2, right?
They can do that in C1 as well.
Yeah, but C2, like Ned mentioned,
Yeah.
would allow retail.
Yeah.
So,
Make the motion, yeah.
I don't think you can hear you, Ned.
You want to change it to C2?
Yes.
And C2 is what we're changing the other properties in that area to, from C3 to C2, correct?
That's correct.
I'll make that motion then.
I'll second.
Make a motion, all in favor?
Well, any further discussion on it before we vote on it?
Okay.
Okay, so what will happen right now is I'll put it on the August agenda for them to consider rezoning that property from C1 to C2. Ms. Gilbert will put a public hearing together. It won't be ready for the,
It won't be ready.
it won't be ready for the August 6th. So it'll have to be ready for the September meeting. And then we'll also go ahead and put a sign out there.
Well, that'll be good, because then if anybody is wanting to purchase it, they know that we're working on making it so there are more options for whoever purchases it.
Yeah, and then what we'll also do is, we send out letters to any property that adjoins this or is across the street from it, and let them know, and they can come to that public hearing in September.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and this is what's happened already, sometimes council likes to have that public hearing first, before they have that first reading. That'll be up to them on August, because that was one of the concerns I think they had on the last two. So they've done a first reading before doing a public hearing. So just letting you know that may come up.
Well, that seems logical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And in some towns,
People have a chance to speak and then they vote.
right. The other thing that you could consider is to think a little bit more about it and make sure this is the decision y'all want to go with. And then you could advertise for the next planning commission to have the public hearing and then make that recommendation to council.
So is this will just be for that specific property, right?
Correct. Sometimes if you make a recommendation now and it goes to council for a first reading and there hasn't had a chance for a public hearing, that people in the community feel like that the town has kind of
Put the cart before the horse.
run the cart before the horse or try to get away with something. And so it may not be a bad idea to say, can staff put together an ordinance to change that particular property from C1 to C2? We'll go ahead and draft that up. And then at that point, Ms. Gilbert can go ahead and put that in the newspaper. And so at the next planning commission meeting, you could have a public hearing. And that's a chance for the neighborhood to be able to say whatever they want to say. They could talk to you guys. And then after that, then make that recommendation to council.
Could we not have the planning commission the 31st of the public hearing before the council meeting is set the 3rd?
I think that ought to be the standard procedure, really.
That would be-
myself.
Yeah, I think it should
That would
be
be August
too,
31st, which would be the Monday.
but
Prior
Logical.
to.
We have the public hearing first.
Yeah.
we need the council to consider our recommendation.
Why is it the
then.
31st?
I was saying to have the public hearing.
Yeah, all you would need is from tonight, which is the 27th,
But also, if,
to
he said he's been getting a lot of
do
calls
it
about that property.
the 17th
He can
or the
tell them,
24th
look,
or
we're
the
working on,
31st.
this is what we're working on.
That's all right.
So they're aware that they may have other options available.
So depending on the scheduling with the Post and Courier, you could have a meeting on the 17th, the 24th, or the 31st
Of September?
of August.
And make it prior to that.
Oh, a public hearing?
Yeah.
We could?
Yeah,
Okay.
so what we're trying to do is plan that, it's 15 days, but it's not just 15 days. We have to make sure that the Post and Courier has time and has room in the paper for it.
What were those dates?
So we could do the 17th to the 24th or the 31st. That would be prior to the next council meeting, so there'll be a public hearing, a recommendation. No, actually, I'd rather do it on the 24th. And the reason being is
I'm thinking
because
the 20th.
we send the packets to council on the Friday before, so it gives them an opportunity. So the 17th to the 24th, you could have a public hearing and planning commission meeting.
I think the 24th,
24th, yeah.
because that gives 4 weeks for you to be able to,
Yeah.
I know things are about to get tough around here.
No, it's just, we have to give the newspaper time. And then they have to send us a proof.
Well, and you have to go out there and you have to post it and-
You know, it takes them a little bit longer than it takes us to send. it.
Then also give time that the mail gets out to those residents. They get to know about what's going on.
Well, that's what I mean, it just
Yeah, it's
gives
just a
enough
little bit of
time instead of having to rush and get it done.
We can post something on our Facebook page, and if someone wanted to share it on the Friends page, hypothetically.
Okay, gotcha. Will do.
Then at that point, I think that would make the people in the community and the people in the surrounding feel like they had plenty of time.
Okay, so we don't need to vote on that or anything?
No, you just, all you're gonna do is, you're just asking, I can go ahead and put something together for, that property at the corner. Do you have the address on that? We can figure it out.
Be nice if they do something.
Oh, I know what it is, because we also get, we get bingo code enforcement, is it 690?
From that one, right there.
6610.
Road 2, with the trees.
No, 6610 is the gas station on 9150. I think it's 690.
Oh, the EMS building's gone.
Okay.
They tore that down probably 6 months ago. No, but the other property,
About the property.
county owns it.
Oh, okay, they do. You got
It's,
it. Yeah, that's good.
But then that one
That's the
across the
eyesore.
street. Mm-hmm. Well,
Let's
not
get that
anymore.
address before you move.
But that other one had one tree.
Complaining all the time, then after laying every tree around that lot
Good
was
map.
on that building.
Until about 4 months ago, somebody got them off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Scroll out.
We ready to move on?
Yeah, I wrote it down wrong, man.
We ready to move on?
Hold on one second, I want
Thanks
to
for
make
that
sure.
recommendation, Ned.
Okay.
That was a great idea. Especially since we're changing all those around there anyway to C2.
410. So the recommendation is 410,
North Highway 150.
410 North Highway 150. And then y'all will vote on that at the next planning commission meeting, and there will also be a public hearing during that time.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, section 7, comments, zoning administrator comments.
If you'd like, I can give you the contact information to the property owner to let them know that we're about to rezone them. I mean, they're probably going to be appreciative of it. And probably let the realtor know as well. But
Okay. No?
zoning administrator comments, I would encourage all of you. I know it's probably not the most exciting thing in the world. For me, it is, just because I'm that kind of person. To read through your zoning ordinance. There are errors that are in here. I've found errors in here. There's some issues that I've asked y'all before about this. Just start testing it. I think it's probably coming about due for its yearly check anyway. Another thing that you can do, and this is just something to consider, if any of y'all have a subscription to ChatGPT, is you can upload this in there and say, is there any contradictions? Are there anything that conflicts? Are there any things that need to be evaluated or rechecked? And it will go through the entire book and find all those for you. Just letting you know.
You have ChatGPT?
I've got a subscription personally. I know Jennifer's got one. But if you don't already have one, you may be able to do it with the free section. And you don't have to do it all at one time. You can take sections of it at a time and kind of look at it. The other thing that's, just so you're aware, Miranda is currently putting together a packet that has the municipal code, the zoning ordinance, and all of the changes that have been done. And then we're going to have sections on here where we'll highlight. So you'll be able to turn to a page, you'll see a bunch of highlights, and then it'll basically say check the amendments, and they'll be able to flip over to the amendments to see where that section has changed. Y'all changed a lot of the zoning book since it was passed in May of last year. And then at the same time, remember that we have signed up with a company called MuniCode to upload the municipal code, the zoning ordinance, into an online system. And then every year, as council passes new ordinances, they will send those off to MuniCode, and they'll do what's called codification. And what that does is takes ordinance and puts it into the format and the style and the numbering that this is. And when they do that is they also cross-reference it with state laws and federal laws, as well as your own ordinance, to make sure it does not conflict with anything that's already out there.
I thought that was the purpose of having the Municipal Association of South Carolina to help us.
No, the Municipal Association does not do any of that kind of stuff. This is quite expensive and a lot of time consuming to go through there. So the Municipal Association does not.
I thought that's what we were doing with Jeff Gilboa.
Jeff Gilbo was rewriting the entire zoning ordinance, and he works for the Appalachian Council of Governments.
Appalachia, okay, I thought it was Municipal Association.
So that's getting scratched and Townsend.
Ma'am?
His work, he's no longer gonna be doing this. You're gonna use that.
So all he did was create it.
Okay.
He worked with y'all and council and the steering committee over the course of about a year and a half to create this based on what y'all were looking for. Now, I mean, you're welcome to hire him to go through that entire process, perfectly fine. it may be worthwhile, because one thing that is as you start going through stuff, as people start requesting things, like for instance, the issue that we found with Miss Hazel Webb, some of the issues that we found with, I think, the property on 150 that has residential properties that are in the C3. As you start going through things, like you start finding, we missed something. You know, it's near impossible to have a perfect book that is, I don't know, 300 pages long to be
Which you had
perfect.
told us we could change it as needed.
Right, that's what it's designed for. It's changed as needed.
Yeah.
And so, as you start going through things, typically what happens in larger towns where you have a lot more demand and requests for stuff is there's a lot of times that things will go before the Board of Zoning Appeals to get variances. If you have 10 variants of the same size, of the same type, and they all get approved, the Planning Commission probably needs to look at that and maybe needs to go ahead and change that. So you don't have to get a variance anymore. It's part of the code.
Okay.
But I will put together the letter. I will get to that to you before the end of this week. And Ms. Gilbert will go ahead and put the information together about 410 North Highway 150 and go ahead and start sending that stuff out. Ms. Spencer is going to update your minutes from the last meeting to be more reflective of the meeting. I think what helps is coming to a meeting and hearing people's voice and hearing people talk so that she knows. Another thing that would be very helpful moving forward is when you make a motion to approve, it may not be a bad idea to say, I make a motion and just say Easler maybe afterwards, because sometimes if she's not here, she's just listening to it, it may help, I think.
Yeah.
So, but I'm confused as to who Ms. Spencer is.
That's Ms. Spencer right over here.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
The new assistant.
So if she's not here for some reason and she has to watch these online, and she may not have recognized each one of your voice, and so it may be worthwhile that once there's a motion in a second that the chair may recognize, I have a motion from Ms. Easler, I have a second from Ms. Pennell, and so at that point, it's documented.
Yes, that make it easy.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, because sometimes it's just like our agenda on the screen, because I've watched meetings and sometimes you can't see who's speaking.
Anything to make her job easier
And more accurate.
and Jennifer's job.
Council will also have the ability to appoint a new zoning administrator at their August 6th council meeting. That person will be the one who will review zoning requests that come through, and will also be the person who will address variances and appeals and various other things.
And who will that be?
That will
Could
be,
that be?
they can appoint the town clerk, they can appoint the assistant town clerk, they potentially could appoint one of themselves to be that person until an interim is determined and then an administrator is chosen.
Okay.
Do y'all have any questions?
Yeah, where are you going?
What's that?
Where are you going?
That is to be determined.
Oh. In other words, you're not ready to tell.
Sir,
I say you're not ready to tell where you're going.
no comment.
I know. Sometimes it's best not to.
So board comments, I would just like to say thank you for your service to the
Right.
town. I appreciate you and I wish you the best of luck going forward.
Well, thank you.
I'm sad to see you go.
I am as
Yep.
well.
If you do have any questions at all, I'm going to see if the town will let me keep a zoning ordinance book. And then if y'all ever have any questions, I can flip through it and make comments to you or let you know. I may not give you my cell phone because I'll let you contact Ms. Gilbert. We'll go that way. Otherwise, I
Like,
might
she's
get a lot
not
of
going to
phone
have
calls.
enough to do, not having a town administrator.
We appreciate your,
But they all, everybody here in staff, as well as the mayor, know that if they have any concerns or questions about anything, that I'll be available to answer anything that comes up.
Okay.
Thank you.
we appreciate you.
Thank you, Patrick.
Any other comments?
One thing to consider is your plan packlet was approved in, was it 25 or 24? I think it was in 24.
It was 24.
24.
I'm pretty sure it was 2024, because then we finished the zoning ordinance April or May of 2025,
Correct.
and we did the steering stuff prior to that.
So your comp plan will need to be reviewed in 5 years. You may reach out to the COG for that.
So 5 years from 2024?
5 years from 2024, you'll look at it, you'll make some updates to it. That's state law. And then 10 years after, so in 2034, you'll rewrite the whole thing,
The comprehensive plan.
the comprehensive plan.
So in 5 years, it gets reviewed again?
Gets reviewed and it gets, you make updates or potential changes to it, but you need to have a formal meeting that y'all review it and make updates or changes. You may not want to have any changes on there. Most likely you probably will. You create a plan and 5 years later, things change, the economy changes, the people change. One thing to note, I was, if you get a chance, I can show it to you after the meeting. The Municipal Association of South Carolina puts out a monthly magazine called Uptown. And they list in there the fastest growing cities in the state of South Carolina. And they have the fastest growing who were over 3,000 and the fastest growing that were under 3,000. And Packlet was listed as number 7 and they're under 3,000 that grew 2.8% from 24 to 25.
Wow. What's the name of that? It's a monthly newsletter?
It's a monthly, I can get you a copy,
Yeah, we have to-
but it was,
Going too fast.
Packlet now is at 2,600 people officially.
Yeah. Interesting. So then in 10 years, what do we have to do with the comprehensive plan? I know, but
Review it.
So in 2029,
we have to review it
You
and
have to review
update
it
it and make changes.
and make some changes, some updates to it.
And then in 10 years, you were
And
saying,
in 2034, you will need to rewrite it.
Redo it.
okay,
Complete.
that's what I was looking for. 'Cause I knew you get throughout years.
The COG, the Appalachian Council of Governments, will be one of the cheapest. There are other places out there that charge more, and you get what you pay for. There are other places that charge a lot more. The COG will end up being one of the cheaper ones.
Okay. Good to know.
You heard that.
We would like to welcome you, Ms. Spencer.
And good luck, Miss Jennifer.
Thanks.
Okay, so can I get a motion to?
Make a motion to adjourn.
That was quick, Ned. All in favor? Anyone opposed? Meeting